A very good evening class 10th and 12th students. In today's video, I will be giving you the summary for the webinar conducted today by the CBSE, which has clarity on the Term 1 board examinations. This is Seema Makhijani and you are watching my channel for the summaries of the instructions by the board. Otherwise, there are huge number of chemistry videos on my channel. Now, thank you very much for the beautiful response, the excessive, enormous response that you people have given to the video posted 3 days back, and I am deeply touched by your response. In continuation to that, this is my second video to help out these students appearing for the board this year. Now, the key points of the seminar done today, the webinar, done today were, we had the initiation was there will be only 12 students per room, which means that the scope of checking is negligible. आप cheating नहीं कर पाएंगे because with only 12 students in a room and an examiner, the scope of copying, peeping and looking around is very, very, very less. Your own school may also be your center. It may be the center. You may be given another center in your area, but there is a possibility that your own school may be your board center. Please do not be thrilled. The reason is the CBSE is appointing an observer per school. For every 500 students in a school, there would be an observer appointed who would be there throughout in your school, would be from some other school, which is the reason that the CBSE wants the examination to be conducted in a fairness, and there should be no unfair means used in any school. There should not be any discrepancies. Also, there is a flying squad, a group of teachers who are in your area and can come to your center and your room anytime without any information. So you better be well prepared for your board examination to avoid getting caught or suspended from the boards. The invigilator of your school will not be of the same subject for which you are having the examination. So please do not expect that your chemistry exam, you would have your chemistry teacher as your invigilator, and you have a tendency that you may get some answers out of her. This is not going to be possible. Okay. Moving ahead, the checking process. The checking process as advised by the CBSE is that it is a two-step checking process. The first step is the manual way, where the invigilators will be checking your OMR sheet. And the second is the scanned OMR sheet would be checked by the computer. This would happen only if there is a discrepancy in your scores, or there is a huge discrepancy in a particular school center where we find that all the OMR sheets have got some cutting, etc. So there is always a second option of your OMR sheet to be computerized, checked. So please see that you fill the circles properly and carefully. The rough sheet which will be provided to you will be signed by the invigilator, so you cannot carry your own rough sheet for your examination. I would be dealing with the timeline for the examination day that you have to follow. Also, I will give you some OMR clarity. After the last video, whatever I could understand, I did give you the ideas. But after today's webinar, I am in a position to throw more light on the OMR sheet and how you have to appear for it. The last important thing, scribes. Scribes are the students who volunteer to help out challenged people appearing for the boards. This year onwards, the CBSE has decided to give them a certificate for their acting as a scribe. It's a social cause where the students have volunteered. So this certificate might help them in higher studies. So that is one new thing or innovation that the CBSE has done this year. Now moving on to the timelines for the day of the examination. Your board CBSE, on the day of the examination, you are allowed to enter the exam center in between 9:45 to 10:45. That's 1 hour in which you can enter the examination center. If you are late, you cannot enter the examination center after 10:45, even if it is your own school. So see to it that you reach your center much before time. From 10:30 to 10:45 is the time where you will go to your examination room. So you cannot enter your examination room after 10:45. So please abide by the timelines given. The examination room will be closed to you if you are late beyond 10:45. So see to it that you are in your school or in your exam center around 10:15, 10:30. 10:45 to 11. These 15 minutes are for your invigilator in the room to check your admit card, which you would soon get from your schools. The seat, whether you are on the correct seat according to the roll number for the 12 students in the room. Also, she or he might check for any banned items which you might have on your person. So these are the checkings to be done by the invigilators in between 10:45 to 11 a.m. From 11 to 11:10, your question paper and the OMR sheet packets would be opened and their distribution has to happen. 11:10 to 11:30, as already you know, is your reading time. Mind you, it is not writing time. So please do not even think of writing anything either on the question paper or on the OMR sheet during this reading time. You cannot use neither pencil nor pen nor your rough sheet. It is a reading time. As the word says, just read and retain what you are reading. 90 minutes is the time for your exam, which is from 11:30 to 1 p.m. So this is where your day ends in the exam center. Moving on to the clarity with respect to the OMR sheet. The OMR sheet, for the OMR sheet, you are supposed to use only blue-black ballpoint pen, is already told in my last video. Further beyond this, you have, please do not use the pencil. Anywhere in the OMR sheet, do not use pencil. It will be considered unfair means. No extra marking to be put on the OMR sheet. What I'm trying to say is, on the OMR sheet, as I had said, that you can mark that the first section is of 20 questions, so you can mark it at a 20. Please do not do it. This is my correction. On the basis of the webinar today, you are not allowed to put any extra mark on that particular OMR sheet because it could go for computerized checking in the second stage. Your answering has to be done in small alphabets. I had advised that you could use capital alphabets. I am going back on my words. The CBSE says as of now, as of today, the answers are to be done in small alphabets only. And they are to be written in the star box. Please do not use capital alphabets. According to CBSE, you need to use small alphabets only. Lastly, and the most important, this is a new insight into the OMR sheet as done today. If none of your circles and the box is filled, which means you just leave the responses as it is, you even leave the star box or you even leave the hash, then the question will be considered attempted and you will get a 0 mark for it. It will not be considered unattempted. I said if you leave untouched a question without marking anywhere and you do not want it to be checked, please circle the last hashtag circle. Okay, now I'll show you how you go about your OMR sheet. This is your OMR sheet. This is the pre-filled section, already filled. This is what you will put after looking at your question paper, and this is the section where you need to answer. This section has 60 questions. Your own particular subject may only have 55 questions. Please do not put a mark here. Please do not do this. This is wrong. Also, do not touch these questions. You cannot do anything in these questions. They are to be left blank. This is how your response sheet looks like. Now to give you a better clarity on this response sheet, I would be magnifying it and going ahead with it. So as you can see, your OMR sheet has question number, the responses A, B, C, D in small letters, then there is a star box and then there is a hashtag box. Question number, responses, star box and a hashtag box. Now this is too small for me to use in a video, so I've just magnified a sheet and I will be showing it to you now. So this is my magnified sheet of the OMR that you would be getting today, on the day of the exam, sorry. Now, my advice is please go stepwise. First fill the response, then go to the star box, and if you have to go, then you go to the hashtag box. Please do not go in the reverse order. There would be repercussions. मुश्किल हो जाएगी आपको। प्लीज़ पहले आप रिस्पॉन्स में से जो आपको पसंद है वो भरिएगा, उसके बाद एक बार दोबारा सोच के अगर पक्का है वो आंसर ठीक है तो यहाँ भरिएगा, उसके बाद अगर आपको लगता है मुझे ये अटेम्प्ट ही नहीं करना चाहिए था तो इसको भरिएगा। जस्ट इन केस आप रिवर्स ऑर्डर में गए, आपने सोचा ये मुझे नहीं अटेम्प्ट करना है और आपने इसको सर्कल कर दिया और बाद में आपको रियलाइज हुआ ये तो मुझे आता था, क्वेश्चन ठीक से नहीं पढ़ा था, ये मुझे भर लेना चाहिए था, और अगर आपने ये लिख दिया अरे इसका आंसर सी है और इसको कर भी दिया तो भी द एग्जामिनर विल नॉट चेक इट एंड यू विल गेट अ 0 हियर। Am I clear? So please do not go in the reverse order. It has to be the response first, followed by the star box so that you have a cross check. उसके बाद अगर आपको लगता है this question is not to be marked, only then circle it. Fine. I hope that is clear. For example, you had no time left and you had initially circled a question where you thought the question number 2 had an A answer. After that, you wrote here A. Quickly you wrote it here without giving it a thought. And then you realized no, the answer was B. And you were sure about B. You tried to circle and circle the B, but it is of no use. You cannot do any cutting here to make it B. This is also wrong and you would end up in a 0. No teacher would give you any marks for this. Moving on to the third. If at all, due to time constraints, in the question number 3, you had some problems in timing and your answer was the C part and you wrote it like this and that's it. You did not circle it. Then what would happen? It would be considered attempted. The examiners are instructed to focus more on the star box, less on the circle. This part will only be in the second stage of checking, only in case of discrepancies. Of course, I do not advise. मैं ये नहीं बोल रही हूँ कि आप इसको छोड़ के यहाँ चले जाइएगा। अगर टाइम बिल्कुल कम रह गया और आपसे हैंडल नहीं हो रहा है, सिर्फ तब ये ऑप्शन यूज करने के लिए बोल रहे हैं कि फर्स्ट स्किप हो गया तो सेकंड में जाइए, उसके बाद यहाँ जाइएगा। All right, so this would be considered attempted. Now coming to the next. Since the CBSE is wanting you to fill the star box by small alphabets, आपका आंसर अगर A है तो प्लीज ये A बनाते वक्त ऐसे बनाइएगा, इसको ऊपर मत ले जाना, नहीं तो ये D लगने लगेगा एंड देन देयर विल बी अ प्रॉब्लम। अगर आप इसको जल्दबाजी में लिखते हुए ऐसे कर गए, अब टीचर को नहीं पता कि ये A है कि D है, शी मे बी गुड काइंड एटसेट्रा एंड माइट लुक कि अरे ये तो A ही है एंड शी मे गिव यू मार्क, बट इफ हर फोकस इज दिस then you would end up in a problem because this line above refers that it is D. So your A and the D must be clearly made. Is that okay? For example, you have a question where your answer filling was, you first thought it was A. You filled it up, but you didn't go to the box. On reading it the second time, you realized it was C. You filled it up. And now that it was a second thought done, you realized that it is pakka C, so you start to put a C here. And you will get your correct response as C and you will be marked. Alright, even if there are, because this is the second priority, this is what the examiner would look at the first priority. In case, for question number 6, you did not fill the response, you did not fill the box, and you did not fill this also, then this question is considered attempted. Please जो question आप नहीं attempt कर रहे हैं उसको यहाँ पे circle करिएगा, क्योंकि if it is considered attempted, you will be given a 0 mark. If it is an unattempted question throughout, कोई circling आपने नहीं करी है, तो your examiner will consider this circle as the end circle. इसमें कुछ नहीं, इसमें कुछ नहीं, तो इसको देखा जाएगा। Examiner पहले ये देखेंगे, यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं है, फिर ये देखेंगे, इसको मानेंगे, यहाँ पे भी कुछ नहीं है तो फिर इसको मानेंगे, और इसको अगर मान लिया तो मतलब ये अटेम्प्ट हो गया, क्योंकि आपने इसको शेड तो किया ही नहीं। विच मीन्स कि एग्जामिनर का थॉट प्रोसेस विल बी फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी पे इसको चेक किया। फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने बी को कर रखा है, उसके बाद अगर आपने यहाँ पे बी ही लिख रखा है तो मार्क्स मिल गए, एग्जामिनर इसको देखेगा बी एट्स देन डन। पर उसके बाद अगर आपने इसको कलर कर दिया, इसका मतलब यू डू नॉट वांट द एग्जामिनर टू बी गिविंग अ मार्क फॉर इट, सो इट विल बी कंसिडर्ड अनअटेम्प्टेड। इसका कोई मार्क लगेगा नहीं, आपको कोई लॉस नहीं होगा, क्योंकि ये अनअटेम्प्टेड क्वेश्चन माना जाएगा। प्लीज आई रिपीट, बी कॉशियस। इफ योर आंसर इज डी, Write the D in a way that it does not look an A. Please make a proper D so that there is no doubt in the looking up, or in your case, neither did the examiner have any doubts whether it's A or a D, which can be cross-checked of course, but the examiner may not have time to cross-check. Her agenda or his agenda would be this star box and this box, whether it is attempted or not. If this star box is attempted, your alphabet is written here, she would only consider this and give you the marks. I hope I have made a lot of the queries of your exam, OMR sheet, etc. clear by this particular video. Hope you all do well in life as well as in exams. Keep sharing and liking my videos. Bless you loads. Do awesomely well in life. Bye.